myself a bit, yeah? I'm a lot quieter than the game. Can you hear us? I can hear myself a bit, yeah? Can't hear the game at all.
At all?
Oh, wait.
Feels like a lag.
Yeah.
I can hear myself a bit, yeah?
No?
Oh, wait.
You should be
No,
able to.
we're being...
Feels like a lag.
This is the volume.
Oh, wait, that's better. Wait, I'm changing things with the lag on. That's... Yeah. I'm changing things with the lag on. That's... Yeah, well, I can't hear game at all now, but I don't know how far behind I am. Yeah, I can hear typing and sounds and me. I don't know how far behind I am. Yeah, I can hear typing and sounds and me. Yeah, I can hear typing and sounds and me.
Can you hear it?
No,
What?
not at all.
It's weird. You hear it?
No,
What?
not at all.
But you could in the beginning. It just stopped.
Yep.
Mhm.
No.
But you could in the beginning. It just stopped.
Yep.
Mhm. But you could in the beginning. It just stopped.
Yep.
Mhm. But you could in the beginning. It just stopped.
Yep.
Mhm. But you could in the beginning. It just stopped.
Yep.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Thursday and another Transformers Earth Wars
Yes.
stream. I'm Deb, and today I have the lovely Neil with me.
Hello.
And you can't see him, but as I said in the newsfeed, he's probably going to be here, and he is. It's Adam. Let him hear your voice.
Hi, I'm on the chat actually, so I'll be typing away.
Yeah, Adam's the man of letters today.
Exactly. And so today, if you don't know, we are talking all about the sound in Transformers Earth Wars. So that means the sound effects, the music, the voices that you hear in the game, all that exciting stuff.
All the stuff that brings all the lovely 3D visuals to life. Also,
Exactly.
if at any point the volume seems off, because we've, as you may have known, we were sort of adjusting the balancing a bit, do say if you can't hear something, because the whole point of this one is that you hear the game very clearly indeed.
Exactly. So yeah, if the game is too loud and it's drowning out Neil, because you definitely want to hear what he has to say about all this stuff, then let us know. And if it's too quiet and you're like, didn't quite catch that sound effect, then let us know. But we have tested out the sound.
We
So-
have tested it well.
Yes, hopefully it'll be all right. And after we go through all this awesome sound stuff, then, like I said, Adam is on standby as well. We're going to talk about this weekend's event called If It Doesn't Kill You. And hopefully you guys all know the second part of that saying. And then we will also talk about the new ability that Adam created, which was voted on by the community. And he'll tell you a little bit about that as well. So, I figure, without further ado,
Let's go sound.
maybe we should go to the sound. So
Okay.
yeah, like we said, if it's too loud, too quiet, too whatever,
Exactly.
you let us know. Or, for example, too frozen. That also happens. So yeah, like we said, if it's too loud, like it is right now,
Exactly.
you let us know. Or, for example, too frozen. That also happens.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Okay, now hopefully you've noticed that Transformers Earth Wars is a game that has sound in it. And this is, and hopefully when you're playing the game you are listening with the sound on, because a lot of work has gone into the sound. Okay,
Sorry.
hopefully you've noticed that Transformers
Jeremy
Earth Wars
just
is a
reminded
game that has
us
sound.
that we didn't do shout outs.
And
And
this is- and
since it
hopefully
is a
when you're
sound
playing
stream, we
the
should be
game, you're
shouting.
listening with the sound. Okay.
Sorry,
A lot
my
of
bad,
work has
Jeremy.
gone
Oh,
into
my bad, I got excited about Neil.
Sorry.
Neil, why don't you do some
Jeremy
shout outs?
just
Let's do some shout outs.
Yes.
Shout
So,
outs.
yeah.
And hopefully where do I look for these?
Pick anyone.
Okay.
Do a shout out.
Just names or what they're saying as well?
Neil, why don't you do some shout outs?
Sorry,
Just
one
do
sec.
some
I
shout-outs.
hear someone saying
Yeah.
Where do I look for these? There's a lot of people saying echo.
Sorry, shout out.
Just names or what they're saying as well?
Neil, why don't you
Oh,
do some
oh,
shout outs?
echo, echo.
Okay, yes, we get it. There is an echo.
A lot of people saying echo.
Because, hold on a second.
Echo, echo.
Okay, yes, we get it. There is an echo.
A lot of people saying echo.
Because, hold on a second. I have to say, I hate this mic. Just saying.
It's almost too clever for its own
Like,
good,
it's.
right? It comes with an LCD screen.
Hold on a second. I have to say, I hate this mic. Just saying.
It's almost too clever for its own
Like,
good,
it's.
right? It comes with an LCD screen.
I have to say, I hate this mic. Like, it's...
It comes with an LCD.
Because I wonder if it's coming...
Oh, look at internal.
Yeah, it might be coming from my laptop. It's like a softer repeat playing in the background.
Wow.
Okay.
Are we good? Do you think we're good?
The echo.
So
I'm not sure.
shout outs.
They'll tell us.
You
Oh,
still
and the
doing this?
iPad is too loud. Okay, hold on. Oops.
We
How
should,
about that?
we
Yeah?
should, we should
No
write,
echo.
We should
Awesome.
write the settings down.
Sweet.
So next time we do this.
Okay, they say better. Thanks, guys. Okay,
Wonderful.
so you were doing shout outs.
I was doing shout outs. Just literally grab one of these.
Yeah. Go for it.
Just a 95. Yay, echoes, lol. Always good.
Nice.
Transform and Roll thinks it's okay now with a hearty never mind.
Okay.
A lot of the talk seems to be about the echoing now, unfortunately.
That's okay. Oh, I just scrolled up. That's fine.
Yep.
Ooh, we've got Raining 8 saying perfect. That's exactly what we like to hear.
Thank you, M Day of Earth, for highlighting Mr. Epic Muttons.
Primetime 6969. I hear you, Deb, loud and clear. I like it. How you wrote that in the caps lock. We got Smokey KD. Hello. Sunstreak Waza. What up? Who else we got?
Got more WhatsApp for Smokey KD
Sweet.
and Gaz Custom.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's Gats Custom.
Gats Custom.
Looks like there's a T in there.
There is a T in there. I'm sorry about that.
We've got Eric T. Smith. We got Yash. Hello, hello. Trinity Deny. We got DNG Gross. We got Mongo Prime, rather. Optimus Tommy. Always nice to see you. Jeremy Tiburon. He says, hello, Neil.
Hello, Jeremy.
Yeah. Echoplex. Jumper Cliff. Who else we got? Jester95. Mr. Cupcake. We've got lots. We'll do
We've
some
got
more
lots, you
shout outs in a second. Let's do some shout outs on the YouTube as well. We've got Haze the Maze, I love that name. Marcus Game, Retash Games, Zeta Prime, The J Dynasty, Garrison Hill, Sick and Twisted. We've got Dr. Mayer.
The Grand Knight of Bear.
Ooh, that's good as well.
That is a good name.
RW5439.
Catchy. You got that as a car.
Yeah, it's
License
catchy.
plate.
And oh, I almost forgot. I wonder if DP 0000 is there, and Metaron. Oh, and Pierre Creed, hello, and Sophos Gaming, nice to see you as well. And yeah, DPO88, always nice to see all of you guys. Okay, so like we said, I almost forgot about you guys because I'm awful and I always. It's hard to keep track with all the chats. Hey, Adam.
What's up?
Are you on all the chats?
I'm not on all the chats. I'm having a hard time keeping up. It's madness.
It is usually madness, yeah. However, we've got Neil. No, I didn't forget you. Hi. We've got Terrell. We've got Jason. We've got Yoancy. We've got LaShawn. We've got Stephen Shee. Hey, Stephen Shee. Stephen Shee is a loyal watcher. He's here every single week. It's
Wonderful.
awesome.
Wonderful.
We've got Imre. We've got Rick. We've got Kent. We got Mary, John. Yeah, we've got we've got lots. So, as I was saying, Neil is the man when it comes to sound, and we are going to dive into the sound.
We are going to dive out into the sound D, and the best place to experience the sound is in
Yes.
battle. So let's go there right away.
Awesome. Now, there's obviously a difference when you do with and without music. Are you gonna? Which one are you
Yeah,
gonna do
well,
first?
this is first. This is music and sound effects. So
Okay, cool.
this is just to give you a sort of a bit of a background into it, because I guess off the top of your head you think that you're playing sounds in a game, you're just going to play all the sounds at once at the same volume. You can't do that. That's the
Oh no!
no, didn't drop the iPad. It's fine.
Oh,
So that's
Neil broke it.
no,
I'm
I didn't.
kidding.
It's fine. Okay, so here we have a base we're going to attack, and big spread. So we've got Jetfire's got a pew pew kind of gun. Sunstreaker down there's got more explosion kind of thing. Grimlock's got a raw flames. Now at the moment you've got the sound effects going on with the music,
Oh,
and
they're saying they can't hear it now.
now they can't hear it.
So fickle. So fickle all the time.
But thank you for the feedback.
Yeah, no, it's super helpful, guys. I'm kidding. Now can you hear it?
Any good?
Oh, no. You
No?
know what? Because there was some sort of like issue with our internet, actually. And so it's doing stuff to our AirPlay. I don't know why. Actually, no, it should be fine. It's connected. It's just being difficult. Let's try that again. Is it not connecting? Whoop. Okay. Let's see. Why is it not? Uh-oh. That's weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no bars there, is there?
No, that's weird. Now what has happened? Oh my gosh. Okay, don't worry. We'll fix it. I'll fix it. No, it should be fine. Literally nothing has changed. Neil is going to keep talking about sound anyway.
Okay.
Maybe we should start
Yeah.
with the laptop stuff. Meanwhile,
Yes, the
I
laptop
will
stuff
sort it
we
out
can
with
do.
Nick.
Okay, so while Debs is playing with the laptop sound, I'm going to talk
yeah.
a little bit about the voice acting, because I've got sound clips of the voice acting here on my laptop
Exactly.
that I can play free from the game. So those of you may have noticed the voice acting in the game is very good and also might sound very familiar, because we went and we got the original voice actors from the 80s cartoon of Transformers to do the voices for us here in Transformers Earth Wars. They go by names of Peter Cullen and Frank Welk, and they have both been doing this job since the 80s. Frank Welker is Frank Welker does more than just the voice of Megatron in the Transformers cartoons. In the original series, there were 14 different Decepticons, and Frank Welker was the voice of 8 of them. So they got their money's worth with Frank when they had him on set. And also, he does the voice of Soundwave. Now, some of you with some eagle ears may have spotted the fact we do actually have Soundwave's voice in the game. If you've heard it, very lucky. Some of you might have missed it, but keep an ear out, Soundwave is in there somewhere. So some of the other Decepticons he did the voice for was Rumble, Frenzy, Laserbeak, Ravage, Buzzsaw, Skywarp, a load of the original favourites. So I've got some of the samples of Frank Welker doing the voice of Megatron.
It's over, Prime.
I'm going to get that closer to the microphone.
You can also move the mic.
Oh yeah, everything moves. Okay, so that's It's Over Prime. Obviously you'd get that on a victory scenario. And then you've got other ones, just like his classic laugh. Up that bit. And we got a lot of dialogue recorded for the game, and not all of it's used, and every now and again we find ways to bring it in. So sometimes you'll notice when you deploy a troop, you'll actually get an iconic phrase from either Optimus Prime or Megatron instead of the standard sort of name of the troop you've just deployed. And here's a rather lengthy, almost Shakespearean one.
Power flows to the one who knows how. Desire alone is not enough.
Which is good. And other such short snippets as
Decepticons, to the shuttle.
which is good. And it's really good that we got the original voice guys in, because I think it basically makes the game feel more like the Transformers you know and you love, and the same Transformers that we all love here as well.
Hey Adam, if you've got questions for Neil, do you want to throw them at it?
Yeah.
So you can answer them publicly?
While I'm bumbling, I can.
Yes. I've got so many windows.
Yeah, welcome to my room.
I'll be gathering questions for you.
Okay. Another fun fact is Frank Welker, the guy who does the voice of Megatron. There's a voice he's been doing even longer than he's been doing Megatron. Most people are familiar with the Scooby-Doo cartoons. Frank Welker has been the voice of Fred in Scooby-Doo since the 60s. I think there's one iteration that he has not done the voice of it. So in every game, every instance where you've had Fred from Scooby-Doo, it's been Frank Welker doing the voice of that as well. And now I'm going to play you some snippets of Peter Cullen, who does the voice of Optimus Prime. Yes. Including my favourite line from the original movie, which I'm going to play first.
is a little energon and a lot of luck.
So it's kind of interesting when you get this stuff done for a game. You'll provide, it's sort of done through a proxy sort of thing. So you'll provide a list of all the things you want them to say, and then you just get this big sound file back of all the different voice lines being said one after the other. Then you have to go and cut them up and put them back together. So for a voice like Soundwave, obviously Frank Welker doesn't open his voice and it come out with the wonderful yes, Megatron kind of sound. So what will have happened then is vocal processing will be done over the top. So a vocoder effect and some reverb will be put on top of that voice. Now, another thing that has come in since we've launched is we've actually got the voices done in Japanese as well as in English. So I don't know how many people on the stream here have tried playing the game in Japanese, but you can. And we've also got the voices for Japanese Megatron and Japanese Optimus Prime.
I love it.
And again, definitely with Optimus Prime, the person who does the voice for Optimus Prime since the 80s, we've got him for our game as well. He is a guy by the name of Teshu Genda. And I'm going to play some of his Japanese snippets of Optimus Prime. Now, this one might seem confusing, so I'll play it first and explain it later.
Can you play it again?
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to try and pronounce it because my Japanese pronunciation is horrible, but that is the Japanese for Autobots get to the shuttle. Because in Japan, Autobots are not called Autobots; they're called Cybertrons, and Decepticons are called Destrons. So that's literally kind of Cybertrons get to the shuttle. There are lots of little differences between the English and the Japanese translations of the games, and we've captured these in the sound files we've had recorded. Okay. Okay, play the wrong one again. There you go. Convoy. Convoy, okay, we know in English what Convoy is, but Convoy is the name for Optimus Prime in Japan. He's not called Optimus Prime, he is literally just called Truck, which is interesting. And then we've got some other ones. So Japanese Megatron, saying his name. Luckily Megatron is still Megatron. But then we've got Jetfire, one of the starter bots for the game. Obviously we know him as Jetfire, but in Japan he is referred to as Skyfire. I do not know the specifics of why he's called Skyfire over Jetfire, or why he was called Skyfire then he was changed for Jetfire in the West. Just one of those things.
Just to stop you,
Yep.
I had a request and I found the file.
Okay.
So here's a request.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Yeah, we've got it recorded. And actually we have multiple versions of some of the recordings. And
Yeah.
we have to pick which laughter do we pick.
Yeah.
And
How do you decide?
Well, it's a gut feeling thing because you'll sit there because, like I said, you get given a big audio file with everything you've asked the voice actors to say, and as Adam said, they will do things more than once because obviously they might not. The intonation's different. You're reading a word on a page unless you've got someone coaching you in what to say. You're not going to know what it is. You actually want to achieve with that voice line, and so we have got 6 or 7 different laughs. And then we choose the ones we like, or for some of the components in the game, there's actually a randomizer set up. So we know that at this point we want to play a sound, but then it will choose a sound from a random bank of sounds. So he might say, like when they've lost, like, "Ah, you fool," Starscream, or he might groan, or in a victory he might just laugh, or say, like, the power flows to those who know how, more descriptive line. So we've got little things like that all about the game.
yeah, and there's another cool fact. Someone said that we should get Arnold Schwarzenegger to do the voiceover. But we kinda did.
We kind of do. The guy I mentioned, Teshu Genda, who does the voice of Optimus Prime for Japan, he is also the key voice artist for dubbing Arnold Schwarzenegger when an Arnold Schwarzenegger film is shown in Japan. And he's also had a fair bit of work voicing over Samuel L. Jackson and various other prominent sort of action stars. I think he's also got a few Sylvester Stallone credits to his name as well. So voice actors who are good, they tend to get a lot of work doing lots of different kinds of voices.
So Primetime 6969 says, Hey Deb, ask Neil how to type the Transformers sound. Now, I'm not
Type the
exactly sure.
Transformers sound,
I'm not
that's
exactly
interesting.
sure what you mean, but Neil,
You mean like how to spell it? Like
I don't know. We're gonna
E
wait
A
for
U
my
A U.
interpretation.
My interpretation.
Oh, he says he put his
Oh.
example up top. Where is it?
If you could do that again, I think we missed it.
Yeah, can you send it to us again because we definitely missed it.
It's a lot of vowels though. E A U A U E.
Okay, I see what you mean by type it, like spell it out. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes
lots
sense.
of vowels.
I love it.
I've got some get to the choppers appearing in the Twitch stream there.
Yes,
Good.
definitely, definitely. What was I gonna say? I'm just looking through for questions. People are definitely liking the Japanese sounds.
Yeah,
I'm really into those.
it's not a region lock thing. So if you want to hear the Japanese stuff while you're playing wherever you are on the world, just go to the setting screen, change your language to Japanese. You might have a hard time reading everything, but you'll get all those wonderful Japanese voiceover effects in there.
Yash says, knew all of that already, Neil. Smiley face. So Yash is really up on his Transformer sound trivia, which is great. What else
That
we
is
got?
great.
Prime Time says, I hope Peter doesn't die soon because we need him. It's true. Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Has it ever happened where, you had a voice actor who was really, really well known for a role and then they're no more and then what happens?
Well, the original voice of Starscream is no longer with us. So he was another voice we could have got for the game, but unfortunately he's passed on now. I don't know who actually fills in.
There's a new person doing Starscream in some of the new cartoons,
Okay.
and I think we work with him. He does some of the kind of videos for Transformers Air Force.
Is that Mr. Bailey?
Yeah, he does something.
I want to say his name's John Bailey, but I might be wrong.
John Bailey. He does the Megatron.
Yes.
But
that's
there
it.
is
I see.
another person who does the, I think, stop motion videos.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I know the ones you're
I
talking
think he's
about.
the
but I don't
new
remember
he's the new
name.
Starscream in some of the newer cartoons.
was he one of the guys that we had on the stream before to talk about the stop motion stuff?
Possibly.
Okay. We had a couple of stop motion animators in before to chat to us about like their process. I don't know if it was one of them.
Are we
Back
back
to
and
you, Neil.
running?
What's that?
Are we running on this now?
No, it's never gonna work.
It's never going to work. Okay,
Yeah.
well, we could try a play along at home game if you happen to have the game with you on your phone. And you can,
But we
have we
can
got
do-
visuals?
Yeah.
Because I could kind of try and explain it, and then next time someone's playing the game, they could go in and try it themselves.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I was going to talk a little bit about how we do animations for the showroom.
Yes.
Well, it's not actually called the showroom, it's called the team screen. Around the office, we call it the
They
showroom.
call it the showroom.
Because it looks like a car showroom. So, for example, here I've gone to see Grimlock, the king himself. And so, we've got a lovely animation like this. And then, when you tap on him, he does his transformation. And while that's wonderful to look at, the way we've added sound to it makes the whole thing just come alive really well. Now, what will happen here is our sound artists, Rebecca and her team, they'll have the animation and they'll have a timeline, and then they can carefully place sounds on the timeline for where they want the sound to be played. So every clunk, whir, like noise, clang, has all been carefully considered and timed perfectly for each of these transformers. And some of them will have little extra bits thrown in. Have we got Sunstreaker? I fought with him, so we should. So Sunstreaker, sports car, we want to get that sports car across. So in the transform sounds in the showroom, you'll get like little sports car sound effects going on. And if you could hear the sound there, the bit where he does a reverse, it's got a little tyre screech. So yeah, if you've not had the chance to, go into the team screen and have a closer look at some of the wonderful transformation animations and the sounds that bring them to life.
Ooh.
And that also goes doubly for those of you lucky enough to have unlocked a combiner.
Definitely. Oh my gosh, I love the sound of the combiners. It's very, very cool.
They also have their own batch of unlocked sounds. So Superion here, they've got lots of subtle jet noises because, as you know, Superion, a lot of air-based troops make up Superion. So as they come together, you'll get light jet whooshes to go in amongst all the clangs and just bring the whole thing to life.
And then for the new set of combiners, I think is really cool as well because you have some aerial and some sort of ground belts that come together, and
Yeah.
you can hear both of them coming together
Yes.
at the same time.
Bruticus is a really good one for that. Bruticus has got the jet noises, it's got sound of the... there's a lot of military vehicles that make up Bruticus's legs. And the sound of them all coming together is really good.
Mm-hmm. Or even, it's Bruticus as well, I think, where like the cars will come and drive... No, it's Optimus Maximus. And you can
We've got
hear the
him.
cars sort of drive up on his leg, which is really, really cool. When
Yes.
he comes together.
The Optimus Maximum one, for exactly the reasons Deb said, is a
Mhm.
wonderful one to watch. Because let's dismantle poor Optimus Maximus first.
Oops, sorry. Go for it.
Okay, so if you're watching this, the sound will come back in. Basically, the two sports cars will come up and make the feet, which is when the revving starts.
Mm-hmm.
Get down lower. There we go. And they feel like they've got these wonderful actual weight to them, which is really good. So if we actually had the battle, I would have spoken a bit about how the sounds are actually made. We don't just have like a big box of sounds that say laser gun number 1.
Right.
So our sound artists, like I said, Rebecca and her team, they might start off with a library sound, but then you've got to adjust that. You can't just throw that straight in. So they'll add things like reverb, bass, adjust the levels, like post-processing effects to make each one unique and tailored to the weapon that's going to fire it. And this is another consideration that has to come in, because in battle,
Mm-hmm.
when you've got your music playing and you've got your sound effects playing, you want the sound effects to stand out. You want to know that when you've blown something up over the music. So we have a dynamic processing going on, which will prioritize certain sounds and effects over others,
Mm-hmm.
and that will make sounds pop out from the music, and so it doesn't all get lost in a big muddy mess. Now, this big muddy mess is definitely something you want to avoid, because otherwise it will just sound like you're playing in a big pit of gravel. And this is definitely a consideration that has to be made with our explosions. You can't just go bang. You really have to think about how you're going bang. So you'll start with an explosion, and so if you've got a really big one, like one of the Combiner's devastating attacks, you might want to give it a really big sort of after effect kind of thing, rumbling on for time.
Right.
But you can't do that, because then that's very quickly going to start mixing up with other sounds and make the whole thing muddy. So all of our explosions have actually been engineered to be quite short and punchy. So they'll be more sort of like...
So they kind of follow in a row, like one after the other.
Yeah. And so if you have lots of them happening, they won't all blend into each other. So there's more of a chance that you're going to be able to tell distinct explosions. So you've got a really good connection between you seeing the action happening and the action happening from when you fired the weapon on the base. Another good one to look for this, Sunstreaker again, any of the gunner classes with their little grenade launchers. And the planes, for example, they have really good traditional sort of laser blast guns. We've made a really, really good traditional pew-pew noise for those guys.
PBO is asking, can you release sound clips so we can make ringtones?
Oh, interesting.
That's a good question.
Yeah, okay, we'll have a look into that, I guess. Yeah.
Sorry,
Don't know where else to go with that one.
interrupted your flow there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've got a good line in phone backgrounds that get posted up to the Facebook page every now and again, so we could probably make a full phone suite
Yeah, that would be amazing.
for the Earth Wars fan.
It'd be really cool to have, like an Earth Wars ringtone.
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys are just tuning in, today we are talking about the sound in Transformers Earth Wars.
With some mild technical hitches that mean we
Yes.
can't play you in-game sound.
But we do have some other sounds to play you. We've
Yeah.
got Neil here with us, who
Yep.
is basically the sound man.
Well-
what's like a cool title for you?
I don't
Neil?
know. I do.
I was like, what should I call you, Neil?
Well, I do sound stuff, but I'm a general developer on the game, so I guess if you've got any questions about the game's development as well, I could ask those. But yeah, I'm
Yeah,
primarily here to
definitely.
speak about sound today.
But yeah, if you have any questions for Neil about sound, then feel free to throw them out, or just Neil in general. you
Yep.
know? Either one. Adam is in the chat typing furiously. Have you come across any questions re-sound, Adam? See,
Yeah, so
See, Adam mods, but he's actually kind
there was
of a
question-
useless mod.
I'm not.
It's the
absolutely
multitasking.
useless.
The focus is there.
And
Just
the
the-
focus
the-
absolutely
the
there.
feeding-
It's
feeding
just that
back.
I'm not following with you, Deb. Sorry. So first of all, there's a massive amount of requests for me to do Transformers voice, which I'll address later. There was a question about the combiner crystal working in a new way. That would not be for the combiner crystal. I meant.
Sorry, I meant about sound.
Yeah, I meant the. Anyway, I'm gonna finish. I meant the new 5-star crystals that they work in a different way. No duplicates from them. The combiner crystal, yeah, of course, if you get a guaranteed bot, but that bot could be a duplicate of a bot you previously had if you were lucky enough to have a 4-star bot. Right. Sound. There's a lot of questions about certain characters, whether we could have a certain character in the game. Right now, we focus on Megatron and Optimus, and we see and we play the game through their eyes. But I don't think it's entirely impossible to have different characters in the future.
Like I said, there is Soundwave in there. Hands up,
Yeah.
anyone who's heard Soundwave, put their hand in the air.
Put a little
Yeah.
hand icon.
Yeah, get some emojis going.
M Day of Earth is asking, how many channels of sound is the game designed for?
The game is only designed for 2 channels, so we only really do left, right kind of stuff. But the way the sounds work on the canvas is there's actually, if I go to the main canvas, so there is a little bit of a 3D thing going on. So while we're only dealing with sort of 2 speakers, the closeness you are to certain items on the canvas will affect how loud they are. So if you've ever zoomed in on the canvas to follow a guy around, you will actually hear their footsteps, which you do not hear if you're further zoomed out. So it is a 3D world with the sounds arranged and listenable in a 3D way. So how close you are to them will affect how loud certain things are. So yeah, if you follow someone around the canvas, as I'm trying to do now, but I seem to have fingers are too big. Anyway, yeah, so they have footstep sounds. And you'll definitely be able to hear that on the big combiners because they have a larger footstep
Actually,
sound.
I can like imagine what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lumi20 says, I heard Soundwave.
Yeah.
There you go.
We sort of put him in after launch as a
so Val
secret.
Claron also says, I have.
Yeah, so slowly but surely I'm going to try and sneak more and more bits of Soundwave into the game.
Here is a question: why do some bots have their name spoken while deployed, but others do
and
not?
others do not.
That is it's purely a functional thing really because when we first launched the game, Frank Welker and Peter Cullen are masters of their craft, which means they're also expensive. So we had one big session and we gave them as many bot names as we could that we had ready to go and release at the time. But as we keep adding more and more bots to them, we unfortunately can't ring them up every week and say, hey, we're launching Deathsaurus and Star Saber, can we get some sound on that? So hopefully sometime in the future we'll get sort of the money to go back and get them in for a second session.
Yeah, it's like we could give them a list of 300 Transformers and just read this out for us.
Yes, I don't exactly know how the pricing works, but I guess you could assume it was by the word or the amount of time they're in the recording session for. But yeah, so we got a really big pile of bot names recorded for us during development, and unfortunately new ones, we had no idea when we were launching that we were going to be doing Star Saber and Deathsaurus, and the game is an ever-evolving living thing, and new things coming all the time. But we did get an awfully big wealth of sound effects and voiceover work from these 2 wonderful guys. So that's why you'll get attack or charge or one of the many other incidental sounds when you deploy some of the newer troops, as opposed to the ones that have been in the game since launch.
So I'm going to do something over here and actually do the the sound effect from the combiner because we can hear it over here. So
I see.
you see what I'm doing there?
Yeah.
You see? Improvising. That is.
You can have sound and video, but not at the same time.
It's like the Dark Ages.
Deb, apparently myself and you should do the voices.
Okay.
Yeah. Of the new bots.
Do you know what the issue is? there is no sound.
Oh, there is.
No, there isn't. Maybe that's why we can't hear anything.
You've not got the game sound at all.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, we didn't turn it off.
No, I know, I know. But see, these are the fun things about technology
Yeah.
that just creep up on you,
believe they
and you
call it
just have,
the-
have to deal with.
The
Yeah,
perils
there's
of
no,
live
There's
television.
just no sound at all. That's weird. Anyways, in the meantime, sorry, you said they want us to do voices for what?
I think for anything, any of the
For,
new
for
bots.
any of the new bots, but I think it would. I would probably hurt the game more than help it, because to be put against the genius of Frank Welker, no way.
Fair enough, I guess.
You'd probably
Oh, I can do wheelie. Yeah, wheelie I can do. It's already annoying, so I'll be exactly on
yeah, you
on the ball.
you might be able to get away with it if you did a different character.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So I've got a question for you
Yes.
guys. If I wanted to silence my iPad, where would I do that?
I do not know.
I'm like, did I? No, it does have sound. It's weird. Anyways, well, Adam does a lovely Grimlock. I know that for sure.
Any
I
more
kind of like
questions?
doing Megatron,
Let me see.
like the excellent. I can do that, but that's kind of the only one I can do very well. Can you do any?
Well,
Neil?
in my head they're all flawless, but then when I hear them back to myself, they are all quite awful.
They're all terrible. Well, we
Yes.
want to hear them, so you let us
You-
know.
well, I've got to sit here and do Transformers impressions.
Yeah, go for it.
This is not in the job description.
Isn't it though?
Isn't it?
Isn't it?
Then all I can think of is Retgar from the 1984 film, which is Eric Idle just talking really fast. Like, me talk TV, you talk TV, kind of thing. He
Oh.
doesn't sound a thing. Oh, wait.
Check me out. It's decided to come back.
So now we have sound but no video.
Yeah, but I think we can maybe fix that too. Do you want to go 2 for 2 here?
Yeah, let's see if we can get the whole thing going.
Yeah. It might have been Air Server. Being fun as always. But while I wait, Adam, do you want to answer some of your questions out loud?
Yeah.
I'm looking. I think I've got most of them. I'm just scanning through the chat. We'll actually, in a moment, we'll be looking at one of the new abilities,
Yes.
Orbital Bounce,
Mm-hmm.
which was voted by the community, and also I think was also one of the frequently suggested abilities by players via our support tickets. Recently, I think like last week or 2 weeks ago, I got a massive email drop with I think 50 or 70 different abilities suggested by you players. So it's always making its way to us either as an everyday email drop or as a part of a larger compilation that we get shared with us by our lovely customer support every now and then. So keep the suggestions coming. We'll take a look at that in a moment, but I think you've got the audio figured
We
out.
might have sound.
Yeah, and I think we do have sound. It might be super loud right now, actually.
Yeah, if anyone could confirm that. Oh, we've got the echo back.
Well, you can't win them all, guys.
Yeah.
It should be better now.
We got sound?
Yeah, should do. And I'm gonna go to the game over here.
Okay.
Oh, let me add the audio though. There we go. No, now it's being a jerk again. Sorry.
Such
I don't know what to tell you.
easily lost excitement.
Oh my gosh, I was so excited for a second. I was, and then it just
Should we
decided to be dead.
should we switch me and Adam round?
Well, this sounds like an introduction to a joke. Why do combiners care about walls? They attack walls because they can't just simply walk over them unless they're using special ability, and I think they still deal double damage to walls though, but not with possibly with most attacks.
I was hoping for a joke.
What's that? Yeah, I was like, what?
So
Where's
was
the
I,
joke?
so was
If
I,
you
but
can-
then realised it's a question.
If anyone can think of the funny answer for why do combiners attack walls, please drop it in one of the chats.
I think before we switch over, it'd be cool to hear some of the other sounds again.
Oh, yeah.
So if you are just tuning in, then you will know that we are talking, or so you won't know, I'm going to tell you, we're talking about the sound of Transformers Earth Wars, and we've got
That we
Coder
are.
Neil here, and he is going to share some
Yep.
sounds.
Yep, I've got some of the voice snippets. Again, I'm going to go with one of my favourite. I don't think it's actually in the game, this one, but we had it recorded by Peter Cullen. It's from the 1980s Transformers film, and it goes a little something like this.
Now all we need is a little energon and a lot of luck.
All we need is a little energon and a lot of luck.
Love it.
Really good, that one. And the classic Optimus.
Till all are one.
I think we use that one a fair bit in the game. And where's Megatron gone? Here we go.
It's over, Prime!
Again, you'll get that one if you win with Megatron.
That's good. I like that one.
And a lengthier one, which we don't actually use in the game, primarily because it's about 5 seconds long and you want your little voiceover steps to be really quite
Ooh.
short and punchy little ditties.
Yeah.
Power flows to the one who knows how. Desire alone is not enough.
I love that one.
Yeah, so good.
I think we use a shortened version of Power Flows to the One Who Knows How, I think on a Megatron victory every now and again. Like I said earlier, various of these sound bites for conditions are actually randomized between a set of them.
Mhm.
So if you don't hear one the first time, you might hear it the second time. And got some of the Japanese.
Someone's asking, play Soundwave, please. But
Play Soundwave. I've probably got Soundwave somewhere.
he's going to have a look-see.
I'm going to have a look.
I was going to say the Japanese ones, yeah.
Do I have Japanese Soundwave?
I'm like, do it all at once.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think the reason combiners attack walls is because for them walls are like Lego bricks. If they were to step on one, that's painful, man. There's no bigger pain known to mankind than stepping on a Lego brick.
That's true, actually.
Plug
That's
comes
a good point.
quite close as well. Upturned plug. Communication.
What was I going to say? Oh, the Dark Knight Ohio is asking, what the heck is Reap the Whirlwind supposed to mean?
I think I don't know. I think there is a saying that if you sow the wind, you can reap the whirlwind. I'm not entirely sure of the exact
Okay.
word etymology of that sentence, but it is a phrase that Simon Furman was fond of using
Mhm.
in the comics he wrote. And as you know, Simon Furman is the man we've got on board to help us craft the story of Transformers Earth Wars.
Exactly.
So a number of his phrases are referred to as Furmanisms within the Transformers fan community. So when we had Peter Cullen and Frank Welker about to record some voices, we thought, let's get some of the classic Simon Furman lines from the comics recorded as well, along with, as I played before, lines from the film.
Exactly.
I think I found
That's another
Soundwave.
Furmanism, like, it never ends. That's another Furmanism.
Yes.
Ah, that's so good! Play it again. Can you tell me the same?
Communication incoming.
Okay, one more time. Okay, I got it that time.
Now that Soundwave soundbite, that's the one that's in the game somewhere. That's the one you will have heard if you can find him. And as we said, that is the same person who does the voice of Megatron. So he'll have done the voice, and then compared to Megatron, that one will have a lot more post-processing work done on it. Obviously, it's been put through a vocoder type effect. It's a nice reverb put on it.
Mhm.
But yeah, that is Frank Welker behind all of that technical majesty.
I love it. Too bad Frank Welker's not here. If he's a technical wizard, then he could.
Well, I think we put the VFX on ourselves.
Oh,
The SFX, I mean.
okay.
Again,
Okay.
with Megatron as well, a much milder form of processing was done. So we get the raw sound from them, and then
Now,
all-
keep shouting. Put the speaker to the mic. Do you mean when we're doing sound effects?
yeah, are they too quiet?
I don't know. Maybe turn it up and do it one more time, 'cause that's my favorite one.
I'll lift it up. Soundwave can be heard by both Autobots and Decepticons, by the way.
It's pretty loud. How's that? Cool. Well,
Shall we do the ability? We have like 10 minutes
it's
left.
okay. We got time. I know Adam talks a lot, so we may not get through it. But Okay. I always give Adam a
Is this
hard
you
time.
showing off the bounce?
Yeah.
So, first off, we want to thank Neil for all that awesome insight into the sound,
Yes.
some of which we were able to hear.
Some of which we were able to hear. And a lot of it I described to you, but
but
hopefully-
it was still pretty good descriptions.
yeah, hopefully that has
You did
inspired you to listen to the game with the sound on if you don't, and if you do, just to pay a little bit more attention to those sounds we've got going on in the game.
And
Exactly.
put those headphones on.
Yeah, best enjoyed with headphones.
That's true. We'll have Neil on again. Well, if he joins us again, we'll have Neil on again when we get I don't know, internet sort. I don't even know.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Once
what to
once
say
we've
there.
beaten our Kremzeeks out of the
Yeah,
out of the
exactly.
pipes.
There's one thing that really amazes me, that every time we add a new bot, we
Yeah.
actually have someone manually adjust the clicks and clunks
That's
on the
nice.
transformation sounds when
Mm.
they transform. So on top of the standard sounds, we also have lots of these.
Yeah, lovingly handcrafted
Oh, yeah, that's what
sounds.
I was gonna try to do.
Another fun fact about our transform sound. You might think the we described it before, the sound. You might think we just pulled that from pre-existing Transformers media. We didn't. That has been created all new for us by our
Crazy.
sound artists. And to make the sound, the artist who did it, she ended up using some fan-made tutorials on how to make the sound for inspiration and to help her do the sound herself. So the fan community has fed into how some of our sound effects have been made here at Transformers Earth Wars as well.
Ooh, Dirty Spot says, reap the whirlwind while everything is stirred up and gathered. Take advantage and reap as much as you can. That's how I always took it.
Yeah,
That's good. I
yeah.
like that. And we're gonna do the sound for Superion because I've got it here. So.
Eagle-eared listeners will hear the lovely jets whooshing up at the end.
And I love the that comes through as well. So good.
Got lots of lovely clicks and hums.
Yeah, so good. And then we've got this is what we were talking about with Optimus with the wheels. Oh. Turn up the mic, please. Oh, really? I thought it was really loud. Okay. On, and you know what else we can do? Just give me 1 second. Where's my menu? There we go. All right, we'll do it as loud as we can. You ready? Yeah.
Yeah, must be a
So
very
good.
interesting bit of video of two people staring at an iPad holding up the microphone.
Sounds cool. Yeah, did you hear that? So good.
There's a lot of going on there.
There's just so much going on.
So all
right?
that stuff, that will be like a number of sounds.
Yeah.
So it might be like a clank, a whir, and the tire. Then each of those are placed to come in at exactly the right time on the animation.
Mhm. I love it. Very cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, with that, thank you, Neil, so much for
Yes.
dropping the knowledge. I think
problem.
it might be really cool to do like a little video or something where we can really
Yeah,
point it out and do it properly and time it. And that could be neat.
I'm definitely sure the sound works.
What's that? Yeah, exactly. Because that's easy to add afterwards.
Okay.
So yeah, say thank you to Neil, everybody. Thank him for coming on the stream.
Goodbye,
And
people of internet.
now we will quickly talk about the event and the new ability.
Yes.
Do you want to swap places?
Yes.
So do
Right.
do the
Okay, I'm-
swapperoo.
Shall I cut my?
Show you what?
That's fine. It's fine.
Prempton says TY Neil.
Thank you, Neil. Yes.
Yes.
Changeman says thanks Neil. And Not a Cat for you. Oh hello. Says thanks Neil. TY Neil. Thanks Neil. You're getting lots of thanks from
Everyone.
Jeremy, thanks Neil.
Whoa.
Bye.
Thank you back, everyone.
What's that? Yeah. Awesome.
Triple XP.
Hey David Tornado, it's cool. You can always rewatch it. Talked about sound today. Now we're gonna talk about the event and the new ability. We're gonna try to reconnect this
Yeah.
mess.
Shall we start with the, because I don't have the event info here, I have the ability here, right?
You can start with whatever you like.
Alright, let's start with the ability. Alrighty. Can we get some Sharkticon boosts? Maybe, who knows? Sharkticons are not
I
gone.
need this.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, dude. Well, do you want to show something?
No,
or
that's
not?
fine. I'll be showing that in a moment. I'll be showing you Orbital Bounce. So I took the ability that players voted to be made. There's two abilities actually that we're gonna make based on player feedback and suggestions and voting. One of them is called Orbital Bounce, and the second one is called Battle Orders. Battle Orders I'll have to share with you later when it's done. Both of these abilities will appear on the bots that are currently not in the game. So I will right now show you Orbital Bounce on Ultra Magnus, because I gifted that to him. But that doesn't mean Ultra Magnus gets his ability changed. And also the icon is temporary. So this is very work in progress. Let's see if it even works. Can we see the screen?
Yeah, what's up?
Nice. Alright, so my
It
Ultra
is
Magnus
up.
here has Orbital Bounce level 5. And to battle, it teleports to a target location and gains a 70% damage reduction and immunity to slows and stuns for 6.6 seconds. Now that seems pretty strong, and is it? Let's find out. I'm just gonna go to battle. Come on. I'm frozen.
What's that?
I'm frozen. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Yeah, Wi-Fi dropped again.
Yeah, there's.
Yay.
We switched our Wi-Fi with Air Server, and now it just.
Yeah, it's quite patchy. Sometimes Wi-Fi is too wide for its own good. Like it tries to optimize your speed and connects you to a closer node. But if you're between two nodes,
horrible.
you end up getting bounced around. All right, Ultra Magnus. Let's
Yes.
deploy him. See what he does. Zone.
Careful, you don't pick a zone that's too hard for you, Adam.
By the way, if you have very if your eyes are very peeled, you might have noticed that I was picking my bots first and then going to battle. That's part of some of the changes we're making in the future. More on that, not this week, but following weeks. But yeah, we'll be changing the battle flow to make it a bit more intuitive. And also a bit better to allow you to actually select a battle zone based on what bots you have actually available right now. Not what squads you had previously selected. Right, Orbital Bounce. So that allows me to literally teleport anywhere in this area except outside the map. That was possible for a while, but no longer. Thanks to I think Neil who fixed this. Thank you, Neil. I can no longer teleport behind the map. Right.
Service.
There we go. Boom! And now I'm behind the enemy HQ, just blasting it away. And this also protects me, so of course you will put your bot in danger. That's why he gets an extra shield. And here's a cool thing you can do. So as the mortar is actually trying to fall on your head, you can quickly teleport out of the way. So this can be a very, very skillful ability to use. It will be around the positioning. You can taunt certain buildings. Well, not practically taunt, but you can make them attack you, soak up some damage, and then get away to safety, get healed by some of your medics. So hopefully players will find it useful, and I hope that this version of the ability that they suggested we add is one that will kind of fit their agenda. So the shield part was added in development once we realized that the bot is going to be very fragile after he teleports, and we definitely want you to be able to teleport around. And that's Orbital Bounce. Of course, the values there are probably not balanced. It might be a little, it might be buffed or nerfed before we released it on the next bot. And of course, Ultra Magnus won't be the bot that gets it. Ultra Magnus keeps his ability. This will be added to a different bot that will be coming later this year. I really can't wait until that bot releases actually, because it's really cool. Let's see it again in a little more complicated scenario. Alright, let me just skip this.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I was choosing my bots first, and now I'm going to battle here. Do we have any questions? We have questions in Polish, great.
We have Primetime asking, how do you spell the Transformer sound of transforming? Adam,
I wouldn't spell it, I would just do it.
go for it. Primetime says, mine choo 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 choo. Okay, it's mostly choo choo.
It reminds me of Astro Train whenever I hear choo choo. Maybe that's the way to pronounce it.
Maybe.
There you go.
So while you're showing off your ability, I'm just going to chat about this weekend's event because we're running out of time. So this weekend event is called What Doesn't Kill You. And it's an individual event. You'll get a chance to win some alloy, energon, spark, 3-star shards, and 4-star shards. And up to 3 times normal XP. So make sure you get in there. How can you guys take part? All you have to do is reach HQ level 4 and then tap the event button. Make sure that you take part through the battles in the event section. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to rack up your battle points. And you can also prestige up to 60. So you can grind away all weekend if you like. It starts tomorrow and runs until Monday. And yeah, big thing this weekend is triple XP in the event battle zones.
Yeah, up to triple XP. The later, the further you battle, the higher the bonus.
Yes.
So we're definitely encouraging players to fight with their top squads in the top battle zones. But I mean, if power leveling with Strafe or someone else is your thing, you can still do that.
Mm-hmm.
It will still be rewarding. But if you're doing these challenging battles, you will be rewarded properly with a really high XP. So hopefully, if you got some new bots recently, perhaps you were lucky with your combiner crystal if you got one, and then you have a chance to take that bot to a proper high power level. Right. Triple changers, triple changer XP. Yeah, triple changers, just to resonate something we've been telling on the stream before, we would love to do them. If we do them and when we do them, we will do them properly so they will have multiple abilities. We will not implement triple changers until we have technology to support them. But we'd definitely love to do that.
A Magical Moth is asking, I don't think you answered this. Will you be able to choose your bots after seeing the enemy base layout?
No. However, you'll be able to choose your battle zone after choosing your bots, which will already be better. And this is something we actually wanted to do for a very long time, but never got around to doing it. Will there be? We will not be running the previous event again, but there will be other chances of getting some of the crystals and getting some of the bots you might be missing if you are unlucky with the last event last week. Okay. Are we adding drift? I would love to add drift. I don't know. I can't tell, but I would love to. He's a psycho. Yeah, he's an Autobot psychopath with 2 swords.
David Tornado says, by the way, I'm so glad they added Star Saber to the crystals.
When Star Saber is added, you will be let know via newsletter, I believe. So keep your eyes peeled in game. And
they're saying, please add drift.
Is Superior fixed on iOS? What is happening with Superior and Big Mac? If you let me know, I'll let you know.
Exactly.
One more battle.
And some people were talking about disconnection issues. Make sure that if you do have like tech issues like that you send them into support, because they'll be able to cross-reference that with the device you're using as well, because sometimes that can be an issue. So that is the best avenue for you to tell people about it, basically, because we're not really going to be able to know exactly what's going on, whereas they'll be able to dig deeper. Our QA team is pretty on it, so make sure that you do send it to support for sure.
And regarding any potential performance issues. We will not be redoing the event because of that, but we have addressed some of the issues already, and the other ones that are still there will be addressed with the next release. So keep your eyes peeled on the update coming in probably a couple of weeks when we get through the whole submission process and we test it properly. But we think with really good improvements, and I think it'll be better than it ever was. So
Yeah.
my fingers are crossed.
So a couple of you have been asking, what's the stats and what's the fight me button? This is a development build. It's just an internal
Yes.
build.
Wow, look at
It's
the
not
stats.
live to the world, and that is why we have some extra buttons on there. And it's mostly for testing for the QA guys. So yeah, it's not something that's live out in the game. Okay, so if you
Please
have
put Energon in the inventory. I think no, this is just something that we recently addressed, and we even forgot to communicate. I think a lot of the rewards or awards from bundles, be it Energon or Alloy or anything like that, any drops that are coming your way, they should be stored in inventory now, as far as I know. So if something still doesn't go to inventory properly, let us know via support ticket, as you already did. But I think most of these things have been addressed already. So yay!
Yay, indeed. If you missed anything from today's stream, then of course you can watch it back. They're saved, so make sure you go and watch. Yeah, if you've missed anything from Neil talking about sound, which was super interesting, then you can check that out. And Neil has been on before as well, so feel free to go back through our catalog of videos and see more goodness with Neil there. And if you missed chatting about the event or the new ability that Adam is going to be putting into the game, then you'll catch that near the end of this stream as well. You good, Adam?
Yeah, I'm good. Just answering one final question on the chat.
I don't want to end with a defeat screen.
Oh come on, that's what that's how I roll. I just.
No, it's too depressing. Can't do it. Alrighty, so we will see you guys next week. We'll chat about next week's event. And yeah, same time, same place.
Yes, we'll have new.
Adam will be typing furiously. He might be doing more chatting next week rather than typing, but we'll see.
Thanks a lot for tuning in, and see you next week.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye.